Alright, what's going on, y'all? I just thought I'd make this video. I can't hold it up to my face and all that because I'm driving. I'm on my way to New Mexico from Texas. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I just been following a lot of how can I put it? A lot of videos on Facebook and a lot of stuff that's in the news because it all goes together. You got stuff about, conspiracy theories and the caravan, which is a big deal to everybody, and I can see why it's a big deal. I mean, if you don't understand it, like I heard the guy say in the video, and I agree with him. It's like they demanding something that they could get by doing the legal process, which even in the United States, we got a legal process for damn near everything we got to do this, legally got to be handled legally. You know what I mean? You just can't up and demand something and think you ain't going to have a process to go through to get through it. But anyway, that's how I feel on it right there. I mean, I don't understand why, if they are being funded by this Soros guy. I mean, I don't even know nothing about him except he was kicked out of what's that, Hungary, something like that. Somewhere he got kicked out of it because he was doing the same thing basically, and crime went up, all that. I don't have time to really do a lot of research on this. I research on a lot of other things that's outside of this, but you know what I mean? I think that's kind of messed up that if these rumors and information is accurate and true, 100%, that he's giving out Visa cards to these people or whatever. I mean, why give them Visa cards and everything when you could directly fund their country and end their peril of what they're going through, or help them, ease the pain of what's going through, you know what I'm saying? What's going through their country, and making them feel like, oh, well, we need to go to the United States. I mean, hey, man, I don't run the United States. I was lucky and fortunate and blessed enough to live there, you know what I mean, and be born there. So, hey, I was born with the rights that I have. But, being born with them rights don't mean everything is better. We struggling ourselves here. I mean, not just for jobs, we struggling with mentality, you know what I mean? A lot of people want to stay in one spot, even if that one spot they stand in is not getting them out of, being in poverty or the troubles that they in. I mean, shoot, me myself, I was in that same, I say, I was in that same line, basically. I got caught up in, dumb stuff, drugs, stuff like that, other stuff. But basically, man, I had to leave from my surroundings that I had been in for years. I'm talking about to my 20s from a kid, you know what I mean? And the same thing was going on and on and on. But the minute I moved, everything changed. Life got better. I'm able to take care of my family, myself, help out other family, and see life on another side instead of just sitting it in a one-way view. Sometimes you got to move around for things to get better. Instead of standing in that one area that you're in, move outside of that area. You can still be in the same state, but there's more than one area inside in the state. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel on that. I'm not saying I'm against the immigrants. I mean, if you do a legal due process, cool. That's just like somebody being incarcerated, that they want to get, probation, or, well, not probation, but it's paroled, then, they got to do a legal process. And then they got to go before these people who are representing the board and hope that they get out on parole. And once they out on parole, they still got to prove themselves, which I think is kind of messed up. Parole and probation, you got to pay money, and you're a felon or whatever. Even if you're trying to do right, you still got to cough up that cash. You got to find a job some way, somehow, or some ends to meet to pay all that. But anyway, on to the next subject. They're talking about also these tanks and stuff that's been moved to the border I salute the troops, man. I may not been able to go to the military because I was flat-footed. I mean, I think that's crazy. I mean, if I'm flat-footed, I'm just flat-footed. I still ran track and all that. But anyway, you know what I mean? I support that and I salute that, man, because we can't just have anybody coming in and demanding something that we didn't even offer them. You know, we didn't extend our hand and say, hey, come here. Somebody else from in the United States that's not even a part of that did that. But anyway, they saying that these guys have tanks that are not ours and stuff that's going God knows where. This is in El Paso. I'll be there in a little while. But and it's funny about the UN, United Nations, which we just left the United Nations, you know. So this is retaliation, I guess you can call it that. Also, I mean, if you check back in history, maybe it's always been that way. I believe, even though I haven't researched everything, history has always been that way. We always warring within ourselves, not as a people or a person, but as a country. There's always somebody looking to, you know, underhand us, undermine us. You know what I mean? We at war with our own people in Congress, and now it's really being paid attention to out here in the real world instead of just up there in the political world. You know what I mean? So I don't know if all those rumors are true. They talking about wars and all that. I don't know if the rumors of wars are true. Going to start, you know, collapse, economic collapse. I mean, hey, I don't know if that's true, but if it does turn out to be true, then I just hope a lot of us are ready. Me, myself, I work all the time, so I don't really have time to be prepared. All I can do is just work out, pay the bills, take care of my kids and family. You know what I mean? That's all I can do right now. But if these things are true, then like old boy said on the video, I think I'm speaking for Texas really, but I'm speaking to the world because I don't believe a lot of people in Texas are, you know, really aware of that. I don't see any videos of somebody young from Texas and this is what's going on. But you know, if that is true, everybody needs to be prepared. Not just, I ain't talking just artillery or anything like that, but talking spiritually first and foremost, because, you know, God already sent his son to die for us, and in the Bible, all this stuff already spoken of. So it's just coming to pass. There will be wars, rumors of wars, you know, the 4 horsemen, all that. The world will end as we know it. So I don't see why everybody's expecting things just to get better. I mean, we in the downturn of everything, really, if you ask me. If you look at it, look at how the United States is. I mean, not even just that, the world. They're allowing stuff that shouldn't be. You know, I could elaborate, but we all know what's going on in today's world. You know what I mean? So, I mean, just know that that's the powers that we against. We are subject to those powers. We don't have no say-so in it. It's what we're under. But we do have a say-so in what we choose to do to help us get through that. You know what I mean? You can either get stuck in a rut or you could just, you know what I'm saying, lean with it, rock with it, the way you're supposed to, as my homeboy used to say. But yeah, that's what's going on with everything that I basically been hearing about and seeing about. And I encourage y'all to, you know, man, get your kids ready. If you grown from your 20s to your 30s to your 50s, whatever, on up, I hope you ain't like 80 years old trying to have kids, but I'm just saying, the little ones, we need to start teaching them about the Bible, about God. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really just about the Bible, about God and Jesus, and let them really know what this world is really all about. It's not, you know, we make it whatever we want to make it. We're here for a specific person. Well, not person, but a specific reason, you know, why we live in life. You know what I mean? Because if we don't prepare them, then they'll be lost. And I don't think you want your kids going to hell. Not saying they are. I don't really think you want them to be lost at any point in life at all. But even if they wild, man, even if they them wild youngsters out here doing whatever they doing, you still can get to them. It's just somebody out there some way, somehow can reach them. Teach them still. Just teach them still, because they're going to get into trouble. They're going to be disobedient about certain things. You know what I mean? But as long as you teach them the way, they can always have a way to come back to the truth and the true way. You know what I'm saying? And they going to need God. Everybody going to need God, and Jesus Christ on their side, man. Even though he not a, he not a favorite, he don't, he's not like one of those people that's, I favor whoever I want to favor. He's not a person that supports favoritism, let me put it like that. I'm trying to drive and talk to y'all at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And I can speak about that, personally, because shit, I've been through my own walk in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed every day I wake up. It just took me a minute to realize it, you know what I'm saying? I had to get back to what I was taught to get where I'm at now, to actually understand and see things the way I see it now. I know a lot of us want to be our sons and daughters' friends and let them have fun and all that, but you got to discipline them too. Because learning and teaching without discipline, it's not going to really result in a lot. You know what I mean? It's not going to have a good effect as much as it would if you would be disciplined. That's just like, military and stuff. It's just like learning anything. You got to be disciplined and learning your schoolwork, because learning it, obtaining it, and disciplining yourself in it, it all go together. So, yeah. That's just how I feel about it. But that's what we, going through right now. We've been going through it. Get your kids baptized. Ask them, do they want to get baptized? Don't just force them. Don't force anything on them. Just try to get to them, because that's the key right there. But all this stuff going on right now, man, that's all I have to say, y'all. Just, stay prepared. Because, like I say, when the Bible said there be wars and rumors of wars, and it said what type of wars? Nations rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, sure. So, will it be civil? Will it be an all-out war against another, country, or what? Either way, we need to be preparing ourselves. I know a lot of people, probably thinking, oh, well, I'll be gone before all that happened. We don't know. I don't know. I used to say the same thing, man. I'll be gone when that happened. Or old people used to tell me when I was young, you be gone before that happened. I used to be like, man, I hope I am. But then, now that I look at reality, I don't know. I might still be living. And, I got kids, you know what I'm saying? I got loved ones. I got people that ain't even my family that probably don't even like me. Shit, man, I love them still. And I wish the best for them. And I'll be prepared myself in case I have to prepare them. Don't get me wrong. I know how to handle them also, because, not everybody is going to support you or be the same way towards you as you are towards them. You feel me? But just in case, man, just get your stuff ready. All this unhealthy food that we eating, and kind of cut down on it. I know we can't cut down on everything, but just try to cut down on it and eat healthy, work out, get back in shape. You know what I'm saying? Get out the house and get back on your health. You know what I'm saying? And get in that Bible. If you don't go to church, you don't go to church. If it'd be good to, just for the word, and just to be around, form a connection of people that's actually really learning the right thing and teaching you the right thing. I know a lot of people, getting discouraged about going to church now because of how it is in certain places, certain churches, but it's always been that way. Every church you go to is not going to be that church that's teaching you the word to help you grow and be aware, and secure, you, yourself, for God and Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, it's just like that. But those churches and those people are out there. It might be scarce, but they out there. I've met them before. You know what I mean? So, it's just, prepare yourself. And me, myself, man, I don't believe everything that, I see on the video or hear on the video, but If they said and it come about, then hey, that was facts. Facts are facts. You know what I mean? That's just what that is. So yeah, man, you stay in Texas, wherever in the world, man, just don't be out there just living your life out there rolling around all that. Don't waste your time. Put it like that. Use the time that we have now to effectively get you and your family together spiritually. And, you know, all the other necessity stuff that we need, you know, probably world stuff, you know, food, all that. You know, try to stock up on that. Don't become a what they call it. Don't become a hoarder. Don't overstock on stuff, but you know what I mean? Just keep yourself in shape on that, on those things. Food, spirituality. And if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, man, I mean, I hope you do. Because I know he's real, you know what I'm saying? Walk with me every day. And he does have mercy. You might think right now, man, God don't love me, Jesus don't love me. Man, they don't wish for nobody to die. Had we been talking about the old days, okay, maybe you probably wouldn't have made it. But it's a reason why people are born the times that they are born in. Like me, myself, I wouldn't have made it during slavery. I would have been gone. I would have been probably hung. I ain't gonna lie, because I wouldn't be riding with that. I would have been hard-headed. But, you know, just get yourself together, man. Shoot, that go for me too. I'm still working on it. But yeah, just want to drop this video, let y'all know about that. I hope it ain't nothing I left out. If it is, then just look it up on YouTube, man. There's somebody out there spilling out the news, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay blessed. I'm talking about let's get it together. Ain't nobody perfect. We all human, but we got to prepare ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The days grow short every day.